What is up? How's everybody doing tonight? This is Dollars to Deuces, episode 7, a 12 to Titles production. We are happy to have you with us tonight or tomorrow, whenever you're listening to it. My name is Nate Wallen. You can find me on Twitter at Nate_Dirt19. I got my pal with me, Rich, over here. Just got off work, putting in the long hours. You can find him on Twitter at RGonzalesRM. How you doing tonight, Rich?
Good. Kind of a long day and everything, but man, I like an easy day and stuff like that. Starting to learn more about my job and everything. So the more I get learning and stuff like that, the easier it's going to feel and stuff like that. Just trying to get a feel for my new crew and everything. So it's always funny when you go into those situations and you got to really fill out a new crew and everybody starts coming to you complaining about things and stuff like that. But it is what it is and stuff like that. But it's working out pretty good. But enough with that. Let's get into some football because we had a good weekend this past week and ready to start prepping for this weekend. So let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. So before we get going, I'll just get it all out of the way. How you can listen to us: Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Podbean, Facebook, and Spotify. If you are listening on Apple, please give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. Or if you don't, let us know why. We'll take the feedback for sure. So hit the like and subscribe button too if you would on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate the help. Also, you can find all our work on toiletstitles.com. It's awesome. The guys are killing it every single week, multiple times a week, putting different articles on there. All our videos for all the shows we do, all 7 or 8 of them. I lose track sometimes because there's so many. They're all on there too. So
it's a great problem to have.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's it's not a bad thing. So check it all out. And then last thing I will say too, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/toiletstitles. It's a lot of fun. I know it seems like every day there's people in the Discord group chat, with trade questions, things like that. We're just kind of BSing about football most of the time. So it's pretty fun. 3 different tiers for it. $3 get you to that group chat. $5 get you early access to the waiver wire episodes that we all partake in. Justin records them Monday night after the game. And they're a blast to listen to too. You kind of know what to expect from each guy. So you get, you kind of, when you know everybody, it's a lot more fun that way. So anyways, and then tier 2 also has entry into our Frankenstein League next year, which is fun. I'm 4-0, no big deal. Getting ready to swoop on to getting ready to be 5-0, I hope.
Hey, so you and me are heading for that collision, right?
I see it. Oh, it's coming. I think this week, I don't remember who I play this week now. I already forgot. Next week, I play Joshua from Fusion, where all our rankings are. I think I might play you the week after him.
Yeah, but he's not 4-0 like both of us, so.
No. It was hard last week. I actually gave up Aaron Rodgers and stole Mahomes.
Oh man, I was in that situation too. I was torn between taking Aaron Jones or Cooper Kupp. And I was like, you know what? I'm going Aaron Jones to pair with those running backs I got, man. I got the 4 horsemen sitting there just ready. So if I do have a bad week, it ain't going to hurt me if someone tries stealing them. So,
yeah, that's a lot of fun. So tier 3, $10 a month. All the stuff I said before, plus one-on-one roster analysis with anybody on the crew. Set it up, do a little video chat, go over things. I always say, don't pick me. Fantasy's not. I mean, I love it, but there's a lot better to pick from. So
pick him to come to your player props.
Yeah, no, not me. I've been struggling that we kept talking about it. So, anyways, we'll move on. Let's get going into some player props here. I will. I guess it doesn't matter if you want to go first, Rich. So let us know how you did last week.
Yeah. So last week, I mean, my typical week right now and stuff like that I'm kind of averaging out to 3-2. I went 3-2 last week for the season. I'm sitting at 10-10. So, man, I got to get better at this, man. It's just one of those weeks and stuff like
50%'s that. 50%'s not bad.
I know, but man, I sit there and I look at 10-10. I want to be plus on the big side. So, but like I said, last week results. My misses was the Raiders-Chargers game. 52 was the over/under on that, which, man, I really thought that was an easy one to go and stuff like that. But it just the way the game flow and everything. Look, Raiders came out flat first half and everything, and it just one of those things. So missed. They only scored, the over was 42. My other miss was, what was it? Oh, Josh Allen, man, over under 285 yards. He only scored 248. He scored 2 touchdowns and everything. Good game and everything, but Come on, man. You got to throw a little bit more than that, Josh.
They won 40-0. What do you mean he's got to do more?
Man, I should have known that, man. The more I sit there and think about it while I was watching that game, I was like, why in the hell did I bid the over?
Yeah, it happens.
It is what it is and stuff like that. But I learned this week. You'll see with my picks for this week. So, but my hits this week was Jamar Chase, 68.5 over. He went 77 yards. Great game. That was a great game Thursday and stuff like that. Remember last week I was kind of calling at last minute thinking the Jaguars were going to win that game, that because of a Thursday night game it could happen, but it didn't happen. They got in the lead. You know what? If they would have scored that third touchdown before going into the half, there was a good possibility that would have happened. I think that tie changed everything.
Yeah, I agree.
My other hit was Stephon Diggs over and under 84.5. Good game for him, man. He needed this game, 114 yards. And Kyler Murray and stuff like that. Man, he scared me this one because when they came out throwing at the beginning of the game and everything, I was like, man, he's going to go over on that. But squeaked it underneath. Over was 275.5. He ended up throwing for 268. So that was my prop for the week.
That game was a blowout. I mean, it looked a little closer at the end than it was, but he didn't have to do a whole lot. I mean, they just beat the hell out of the Rams. I mean, that was a hell of a game. It was fun to watch. So
yeah, man, but they blew him out though, man. It was like, I mean, it was weird seeing the week before where Rams blew out, they blew out the Buccaneers, and then Arizona comes in and blows them out and everything. So now Cardinals are top of the league and stuff like that because of just the way everything flowed and everything. But like I said, it was a great game.
It was fun. So last week I went 2-3. Kind of hurts, but oh well. First miss, Mahomes over 299.5, had 278 yards. I don't know. They didn't even punt in that game. And how do you not throw for 300 yards? Whatever. It is what it is.
Turnovers.
DeAndre Swift, over 48.5 yards. He had 16 yards on the ground against a dog shit Bears team. Yeah, I'm pissed. That one just really pisses me off.
Yeah, he hurt me in a couple of my leagues.
Another hit or miss. Tom Brady, over 2.5 touchdowns. Big old 0. Hell of a game. Good old fashioned barn burner out there. That was a fun one.
Oh, yes, it was.
My 2 hits I had, Jacoby Brissett over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That dude stinks. I don't know what the hell I ever thought. I think it was just because I don't like Tua that I thought he was going to do like something. He's not good, and that team's not good. So he did throw 2 touchdowns at the end of the game like he usually does. And then Van Jefferson, over 38.5 yards receiving. He had 90. He's quickly becoming Stafford's like number 2 target, I think. I know Bobby Trees has been struggling, which kind of stinks because I like him a lot, but Van Jefferson's shown out, and I think Stafford likes that. So
fantasy note: if he's available in your free agency, go pick him up because he's going to be valuable at the end of the season.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will say I talked about the Raiders Chargers game. I was bored at work Monday or whatever, and had a little parlay I threw together, and it was Herbert over his yards, which was like 285 maybe, and Derek Carr over his yards. Neither one. I think the only thing I hit was the Chargers money line. But as I was sitting there watching the game, and like after the first half, it's like, oh, Herbert's gonna hit it, and I was like, well, there's no way Carr is. Like, hell, I don't even think he had 70-some yards the first half, but he obviously turned it on and did a little better.
It was a horrible first half for them. I mean, the offensive line just didn't hold up for us that game. But give Chargers defense credit and stuff like that. They're a solid defense. When we all thought that the Redskins defense was going to be number 1, it's more looking like the Chargers defense is going to be fighting for that number 1 defensive position this year.
Browns.
Yeah.
Browns defense is good. But Chargers very, very good as well. So, all right, what do you got for us this week? Hopefully let's just go ahead and both go 5-0 this week. That'd probably work good.
You know what? Let's do that. I'm going to go to the Raiders and Bears on the over and under of 44. I'm taking the under on this game right here. I mean, look, after seeing what happened last week, look, I know the Raiders are going to have a bounce back game this week and everything, and I think they're going to win easily and everything, but this is going to be one of those it's going to be another low scoring game and everything. I hope that the Raiders kind of let's start fast and get a lead in the first half so we kind of start prepping for the rest of the year. So I'm taking the under on that one. I don't think it's going to be a big game and everything with the defensive line for the Raiders and stuff. I think they'll keep Chicago's offense in check. My Rodgers over, I'm taking of the 261 yards and a half passing yards. I'm going to take the over on that one. They are playing against gosh dang it, I just had it right here and I just slipped my mind. Bengals and everything. I actually think that could be a good game where it goes back and forth. Now, the Green Bay defense, if I'm correct, their defense is a lot better this year and everything. So,
well, I don't think they're good, but they've been playing better. But they had another. I haven't even heard yet. Jair Alexander's playing. If he's done, we're in big trouble. They just signed some old dude. I just forgot someone, and they signed Jalen Smith. Hopefully that
they did
works out.
I missed that today. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's going to help out much, but
no, I don't know what I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, it could work or it won't, but
I am taking the over on the passing yards. I think this is an easy one for him. The next one I'm jumping in is that Jaguars game. Chenault with DJ Shark being out for the season with his broken ankle or broken shin or something like that. Chenault had a great game last week after he went out and everything, and I could see that continuing. What kind of shocked me was Moore kind of disappeared during that game, and it was more of a Chenault just kind of getting those nice yards and everything. So I am going to jump on this train right here. I'm going over the 56.5 receiving yards. So I think that would be a great game. Kyler Murray, you're stupid not to take this one on the over on his rushing yards, 34.5. They're going to be playing against the 49ers this week. So I think that's easy one to just jump on and get the over on it. I mean, that's nothing for him. And then I'm going to jump in on this Dallas and Giants game. I'm taking the under on 52.5. Giants defense is better than is a good defense and everything. And we all seen what the Cowboys defense has been doing and everything. So it seems like every time these two play each other, it's a low scoring game. So with this showing 52.5, I was going to jump on that under right there. What's your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I like him. Rodgers over. I like, same with Chenault. He finally, I don't know if it just something clicked or what it was, but finally on my bench in like 4 or 5 leagues really lit it up. So that was cool. But I think, like you said, I think going forward, it's going to be more common that he does, kind of get, like I said, I don't know, 5 to 6 catches a game or something like that. So we'll see how it goes. And then Kyler, for sure, I think they're going to have a good day against the Niners. And I think he'll be able to run quite a bit. So, and I do like that Dallas under. That Dallas defense is legit, and they will score points. I don't know if the Giants will. So I think that should be good.
Yeah, it might be one of those games where Giants score 50 and the Cowboys score 50 and the Giants score nothing.
Yeah, it could be. We'll see how Danny Dimes is. So he was like one of his best games ever last week. But
did you find any player props on Daniel Jones rushing?
I'll look right now, but I didn't yet. I wasn't even, because there was a couple games I went to that didn't have anything up yet, and that's just kind of the way it is, obviously. But whatever it is, I'll probably just take it anyways. I mean, I think I have to bet on. Now they don't have it up yet, so we'll see.
Well, then let's just jump into your player props, sir.
So this week I got Zach Wilson over 242.5. The Falcons are so bad. That defense is garbage. They're going to be in London having a good time. I think the young guys like the games over there maybe a little bit more because, it's not the seasoned vets don't want to deal with it. The short weeks, the travel. But I think Zach Wilson and those guys are going to have a lot of fun. They, come off their first big win. He looked really good. They made a couple of passes that, is of course that anybody can make a couple of passes, make you think they're the best. But not saying he's the best. But that's why they drafted that guy. So. It looked like he was having fun, and I think he's loosened up, and I think that's going to help quite a bit.
I'm worried about because if from past all London games and stuff like that, it seems like everybody always comes out flat in that game and doesn't. It's kind of like a Thursday night game where everybody comes out flat on Thursday games, but you got a whole week to prep for it. But I just think that traveling and just the time window that they're in over there, I'm worried about that one. I would be a little scared on that one.
Yeah, I hear. I don't know. I feel like it's the young guys and the new coach. I think they're going to kind of be so jazzed up that maybe it'll be a little different, but probably wrong. We'll see. Next one, DJ Moore over 82.5 yards. This dude is a monster this year. It's finally happening. He was always very, very good, but now I think he's probably one of the top. He's definitely top 5 receiver in the league right now with the performances he's had. Blew up last week against the Cowboys, which was a very, very good defense. This week they got the Eagles, which is a not very, very. The secondary is bad. The front seven's pretty good, but bad secondary. And they said something about CMC might be coming back. Even if he is back, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So I like that 82.5. Bills Chiefs over 56.5. Very high point total, but the Chiefs defense is so bad. And I think last week Andy Reid realized that he can't, score 21, 28 points and just kind of coast. They have to keep their foot on the gas because the defense, before you know it, it's going to be tie ball game.
Yeah.
So I think kind of last week I'm hoping he realized that and he'll just continue to just score, and the Bills will keep up with him. Well, maybe. We'll see. I think that's going to be a fun football game to watch. That's for sure.
Who do you think's going to win that game?
Bills.
That's what I'm picking.
I gotta say it. I mean, it's gonna be close, but I just gotta go with the Bills. That's my AFC team, So, and of course, I left him out last week, but Nick Chubb over 83.5 rushing yards. The one weakness to that defense for the Chargers seems like you can run against them. I know the Raiders had a little bit of success, I think, running the football, but I think Nick Chubb will be just fine. Mayfield hasn't done anything, so he's going to have to kind of start doing a little more to help Chubb, but he's been doing fine without it. Those guys can stack the box and he still does fine. So I like that 83.5. The last one, Randall Cobb over 35.5 yards. Last week, huge week, 2 touchdowns. I had like 50, 60 yards, whatever. I don't think he'll have 2 touchdowns again, but I was listening to Rogers today on a podcast and he was talking about, getting him more involved and Marquez Valdes-Scantling may be going on IR, or he's on IR, I believe. So with him being out, opens up more targets. I think it's going to be the Devontae and Randall show going forward.
Cobb has been real quiet though. This first 2. I mean, he blew up last week, but he was real quiet those first 2 weeks of the season. So
yeah, and I think just a lot of mouths to feed, and getting back in the system. It's a completely different offense than it was prior to, before he left. So we'll see. Like I said, I think I feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah, I like your DJ Moore over and everything. You hit it on the nail, man. He is freaking lighting it up. I got him in one of my leagues, and man, he is just killing it this year and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you who also killed it that game, even though they lost, was Darnold. Man, he looked like a confident quarterback running that offense good. And everything. So love seeing that.
Yeah, it's great. And it's fun to watch him do so much better. I just think that it's Gase. Same thing with Tannehill, and Darnold's a lot better than Tannehill is, I think, in my opinion, but you know what I mean? Same thing. It's just got to get away from the bad guys. So, but all right, Survivor Pool. I got one last week. Feeling pretty good. Actually, I guess that's not 2 in a row. Last week was my first one.
Yeah, it was your first one.
I was 0-3, so that's my first one. I got Patriots over Texans this week. I'm going to keep picking on the Texans.
Yeah, I told you, either pick on the Texans or the Jaguars, one of the 2 and stuff like that, and you're surely to survive. Mine, I'm actually taking my team this week over the Bears. This can be an easy – this is kind of a scary one if you really think about it. I mean, after the game they had at least last week, I could see them coming in flat this week and Bears just kind of squeaking it out. But I also see this being a game where it's a make right for them and they want to get back on top, showing, hey, look, we got this and stuff. Yeah, we had a tough loss last week, but these are the games they have to win. I think I was looking at the next 4 or 5 games. Their schedule the next 4 or 5 games ain't that bad. So they could actually go on a nice run and still stay where they're at as of right now and just kind of see how what happens the second half of the season. So, I'm picking Raiders over the Bears.
I like it. I think they'll be just fine. I really do. I think it'll be a good game, but Raiders should handle them pretty easily. So last week I was 500 last week, 3-3. I'll take that. I take that all the time actually, because there's some weeks that are pretty bad. So first one right out the gate, these damn Bears. I took the Lions +3. Missed that one because I think I said it last night on the show. I think the Lions are like 0 for 5 goal to go situations. Like I don't know what the problem is. Maybe they didn't goddamn DeAndre Swift, so he has more than 16 yards.
Yeah, that's it right there.
That helped. Anyways, missed that one. Also missed Broncos and Ravens. I don't know. It hurt Teddy with the Teddy Two Gloves got a concussion and he was knocked out. That team's not going to be as good with Drew Lock. I will say it. I know Justin's big on Drew Lock. Drew Lock is not good. He's going to make mistakes, throw interceptions. They're toast. I think they may be okay this week, but I'm worried about them going forward. Next miss, Bucks at Patriots. I took the Bucks -7, thinking I don't know. There's a monsoon up there. I was surprised they scored, but the points they did. So I did Browns -2.5 the Vikings. That was a really boring game, but Browns won and covered spread, so it doesn't matter. Cowboys -4.5 the Panthers. We just talked about that game. Fun one.
Yeah.
Glad to like I said, Cowboys won, played well. I didn't think the Panthers played all that bad, to be honest with you.
They didn't.
And then Chargers -3.5 against Rich's Raiders. Like I said, we talked about that game 4 or 5 times. So, but Raiders -3.5. So like I said, I was 3-3 last week, which not the worst thing ever.
All right. So the reason why everybody came to the show this week was to see this stud right here go 4-1.
I liked it. Hell yeah.
Look, that was a great game. That was a great week for me and stuff like that. I'm kind of getting the feel for it and everything. So for the season, I'm 13-7. Now, I will say this: I've been consistent at picking 5 games per week and everything, and I guess I'm gonna have to start picking some more games to keep up with you because you're constantly putting like 6-7 games out there. So I'm gonna have to start putting some more on there.
Just sometimes. I try not to. Just sometimes I see some. I'm like, nope, dude, I don't care. There's too many, and I guess it makes your numbers look a little better because it's not like sometimes I'm just throwing darts. So it feels like at a dartboard, but using my fingers like Urban Meyer, just go.
But you're at 27 total, and I'm at 20. So you're like seven games ahead of me. So I'm gonna start throwing in a few just to catch up. So see how we even out for the year.
Yeah.
But into my picks for the week and stuff. My one loss was the same with you, Detroit +3 over the Bears. Really thought that would be a lot more closer game than what it was and stuff, but Bears kind of showed us a little something that we probably ain't going to see again this year.
Yeah.
My hits was Washington -1 over the Falcons. They hit by 3. They won the game by 3. Same thing as you, Cowboys -4 over the Panthers. They won by 8. I took the Chiefs over the Eagles -7. They won by 12. And then I went opposite of you of the Ravens and Bronco games. I took the Ravens -1, and score was 23-7.
Lamar looked awesome throwing the ball from the pocket, by the way. And, that was Vic Fangio drawing up a defense to keep him in the pocket, and he looked good. He can, and it's like you want to say to I always forget the offensive coordinator in Baltimore, but it's like he can do that. Let him throw the ball. Anyways, I always get frustrated about that because I think the Ravens could be better if they.
Yeah, and I think this week does Bateman not come back this week?
I think Bateman is. I think he's coming off the IR, but it could be next week.
Yeah, and that might be the case and everything. I know he was practicing a little bit last week. I remember seeing some film on it and everything. So it's only going to help out and everything. Getting him in there, let's see what he could do with this offense and everything and see how he helps out Jackson. So I do like the Ravens going forward. Them kind of just, even with their running game the way it is and stuff, Murray's looking very capable of helping out in the run game. So as long as he's capable of doing that and everything, they should have a stronger season for the rest of the season. So
yeah, I always liked Latavius Murray when he was on the Raiders. I always wanted him to do well, and I kept drafting him here and there, but it never really clicked. I always thought too, the one thing, his downfall, he's very upright.
Yeah,
when he runs, like stands up, which I guess it's fine, but.
And for the longest time, though, that's all we did. Run DMC. He ran upright and everything. And
I got that jersey upstairs.
Huh?
I got a McFadden jersey upstairs.
So when they drafted Murray, he was like 2.0 of DMC. So
yeah.
let's jump into this week's. Go ahead.
I don't know. I did feel good. You know what? I do feel pretty good about it. I'm gonna have a sweet parlay on all these. See what I can do. Maybe turn like a dollar bill into a couple $100. So
there you go.
I got the Jets +3 at the Falcons in London. We got 2 stellar ball clubs going over there for them. I think it's gonna be fun. I think the Jets take it easily. The Falcons are very bad. Another very bad team, the Dolphins. I'm taking Tampa -10. Last night on the show, I had when I was making my notes, it was 10.5. So it has moved to 10, which is fine. Don't care. I think Tom and those guys are going to be ready to, they're back home, and I think that helps. So I think they stomped the Dolphins. That team is a shell of what it was last year. The offensive line's in shambles. Jacoby Brissett looks terrible. The defense looks very bad. And the only way to get anywhere against the Bucs is pass. And the Dolphins don't have anybody to run the ball anyways, or a line that can help them. So, yeah, they're pretty well effed, I think. So
yeah, and shocker, Fuller's back on the IR.
Yeah, dude, what the hell, man? Dude, he's 10-ply, dude. He's soft. So, I got Raiders -5.5. I'm going to give that one too.
Great pick.
We talked about it a bunch. Yeah, Bears stink. The Lions are the slowest defense in the NFL. That's why the Bears looked, I don't know, decent. Now, Cowboys -7 versus Giants. I think that's pretty easy. What's this guy saying here? I just got Hollywood and Zach Moss from him. I like Sutton and Hollywood a lot, and actually Hollywood caught the ball last week, which was very fun. I love Cortland Sutton, but Drew Lock isn't good. We don't know what's going to happen with Teddy Two Gloves. And Melvin Gordon, I feel like he's just there, and it's either going to be by the end of the year he's not there, or he's just kind of an afterthought, because I think Javante's taking that backfield over. What do you think?
I agree. And so the only thing I don't like about this trade is I hate having teams where I have multiple players off the same team. And look, I mean, just what you said about Melvin.
He's getting rid of 2 guys.
Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Okay, well then, great job getting rid of those 2. So yeah, look, Hollywood. Look, he's gonna have his up and down games and everything with Bateman coming back. So look, that's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna be your starter every week. Zach Moss, he's looking like he's gonna be. He's getting more production in the red zone and everything with touchdowns. So that's a great win if swapping Moss for Gordon, because just like what you said, look, Javonte Williams is going to take over that backfield, and Sutton, I'm worried about him, man. He's only had 1 good game, and it's mediocre and everything. So hopefully he just said Hollywood is going to be his flex. So be interesting to know who his other receivers are and everything. But I'm sure go ahead.
I think that honestly, I think having Bateman back will help, because Sammy Watkins, he stinks. So like a guy that can actually do something besides Mark Andrews, I think will actually help Hollywood. And Hollywood and Rondale Moore. Hollywood and Bateman they can stretch the field. They can pretty much do it all. So I think that will be very good. I like that trade. And Zach Moss taking over. So.
Yeah, after reevaluating, you tell me it was the other way around. That was a great job. His other receivers are Diggs and Keenan Allen. Hey, that's perfect, man.
Yeah, you're good to go. So, Cowboys -7. We talked about it. Cowboys are rolling. That team's a wagon, man. Hop on. It's they're fun to watch too. They really are. And I think the defense is just getting better by the week. Trevon Diggs, I think he might have more catches on interceptions than Stephon Diggs has. No offense to Mike's team there, but I think it's close.
Man, he's killing it, man. It's going to
awesome.
be – I mean, you sit there and think about it. They got 2 rookies that could be fighting for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
What?
Parsons and Diggs. Isn't Diggs a rookie?
No, it's his 2nd year.
Oh, see, I was for some reason I was thinking he was a rookie this year too.
I thought he was too, but Hard Knocks kind of threw you off because they talked to him for quite a while on Hard Knocks, like he was a rookie like the rest of the guys.
All right, well then, year. Still, man, he is doing freaking awesome, man.
Maybe Defensive Player of the Year.
Right now he is.
My last one, Cardinals -5.5. I got the Niners coming to town. If Trey Lance starts, he's in trouble. I think he's not ready. I said it last night, and Sheps and I both said it too. I think Trey Lance is a year away from being a year away, to be honest with you, man. I don't know. I think it's going to take some time. I really do. Same with Fields. They don't go through their progressions like they should just because they're so young. What we got here? 2. Oh man,
Need 2 receivers this week. I got Robert Woods, Tyler Boyd, Jones, Sutton, and Chenault. Man, that's tough. If I had to make a pick between these 2, I'm probably going with Boyd and Chenault. Robert Woods, I just don't know what's happening with him right now. It's just like either like they lost confidence in him or the offense lost confidence, and it's just freaking Cooper Kupp show all freaking day long. Higbee's coming out of nowhere and getting some great production in the game. And just like what you were talking, Van Jefferson, he's starting to take over and stuff. They got multiple options. I mean, they even got Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, if Higgins is back, that might change my option on Boyd. But as of right now, it's Boyd and Chenault.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think it's Boyd, Chenault, and for me, Woods and Boyd are close. Just because Woods is going to happen. There's going to be a week, and it could be this one. The Seahawks defense hasn't been very good. I just got a thing on my phone. Chris Carson is not playing Thursday
already, huh?
Yeah, so that kind of helps the Rams even more. So I kind of like. I could go either way with Woods or Boyd, but Chenault for sure.
So let's do this. Chenault, Boyd, if Higgins ain't playing. But if Higgins is playing, I'd pop Woods in there.
Yeah, I could do that. Marvin Jones don't trust because, I don't know, Urban's too busy drinking whiskey and having co-eds that aren't his wife dance on him. So, and Cortland Sutton, I think he's going to have trouble with the Steelers defense. They were looked a fool against the Packers, and I think they're going to be back with a vengeance. And Drew Lock or Teddy Two Gloves probably in trouble. So, yeah, my last one, like I said, was Cardinals -5.5. That team's really good. Niners,
they are
going to struggle. Whether it's Jimmy G or Trey Lance, I don't think it matters. That defense is really good as far as a bunch of old dudes go. But I feel pretty good about that. Kyler is just balling out too. So,
little Yoda, man.
He's fun.
So my picks for the week, I have Rams over Seahawks at -2.5. I think Rams are going to come back and slaughter them after the embarrassment that they had this past week. I think this is going to be a blowout game, and it just for some reason Seahawks the Hawks ain't doing nothing this year. I mean, they're keeping up, but man, they're almost looking like last year and everything. The way they started out strong, but they're looking like the second half of last season.
Yeah.
My next pick is Green Bay over Bengals -3.5. I think they win by. It's going to be a close game at first, but I think easily Green Bay is going to pull away. Should be easily covering that -3. I'm actually Washington +2 on the Saints. I think Washington can win. It's a home game. It's Washington's home game, so I have to pick them when I see a +2 like that. I think it's going to be a close game.
Home dogs are fun to bet. That's for sure.
What's that?
As home dogs are fun to bet. I mean, it just like I said, 2.5 a lot or not very much. And I don't know what Saints team you get week to week. That's what kind of steers me away from it because I don't know. I mean, Taylor Heineke's balling out. Fun as heck to watch. Looks great, having a hell of a time out there. But are you going to get week 1 Saints or was it week 3 they played the Pats and smoked them? We don't know. That's why I kind of shy away. I looked at that game a lot because I think that Washington covers, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, the thing that is scary is Logan Thomas. He did go on the IR. I think they put him on the IR today. So see what Joe got over here. Seahawks scare me coming in the season. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. Hey, real quick, since Joe is on the show now, Joe, I'm gonna have to call you out, man. What is going on? I was listening to your episode on the drive back home, and I remember a couple weeks back when you said the Raiders was one of your second teams that you kind of root for. And then I'm listening to the episode tonight, and you're saying Miami is one of your favorite teams that you watch. So, man, you got to make a choice, man. It's either Miami or Raiders. Come on, man.
Yeah, are you a Raiders guy or are you a Dolphin fan?
Can't be both.
No Dolphin fan.
All right, my other one is Chargers -1 over the Browns. I believe this is just going to be a Chargers game, man. Browns are a great team and stuff, but man, Chargers really showed me something this past week when they play the Raiders. Raiders, Dolphins, and Browns are all my backups.
Is that how it works? You get one NFC team and then you just bunch of random AFC ones. I like it. Whatever, dude. Go Browns.
You know what I call that? I call that Brown Wagoners.
That's good.
But the Raiders are my number. Oh, see, now they are your number one. All right, man. I'll give you a little bit benefit, but you can't keep saying stuff like that. Okay.
Loser. Okay, I get it.
All right. So my last one, I'm jumping on this Raiders -0.5 over the Bears. Like I said, I think it's going to be a low scoring game and everything, but on the same token, I see them winning by a touchdown easily. So thoughts on any of those?
The Chargers Browns game, that was the same thing. I wanted to take the Chargers. I don't know. Mayfield hasn't done much at all. And I said it last year too, and I don't know, to people's dismay or whatever, but I don't think, Baker's, he does fine in Stefanski's offense. That offense is made to make him do well. The play action pass is what he needs. He's not, in a big game, if you're down 10 in the fourth quarter, is he the guy that's going to bring you back? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. And that worries me. And I don't know if they can keep up. If the Chargers come out and boat race them like they did the Raiders, I don't know. I just know, like I said, that Browns defense is legit, so it'll be close. But I said the Raiders defense is good, and they didn't seem to have a problem there. So
no, ain't this like typical Mayfield and stuff, starting out the season like this, and going into the season, Mayfield's going to be freaking great this year. This is a year to have him. And he just kind of lulls you to sleep this first half. Everybody's going to drop him. Next thing you know, he's going to go off second half, and people are going to be jumping back at him.
Maybe he needs to stop making so many commercials. We got plenty.
Tired.
They're good, but
they're good.
We got enough. We got enough. But well, that's all I got for tonight. Rich, you got anything else?
No. Another week of football. I think this is the last. I don't think there's any bye weeks this week, right?
I think it's week 6.
I think this is the last week before bye week start. So make sure you have your bench ready to go and everything, because this is when the football really starts.
No, Joe, you're right. He does. He's Odell. I don't know what happened there. Donovan Peoples-Jones was supposed to, he did okay towards the end of the year. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's just kind of a wasteland up there for him. Jarvis Landry was kind of the glue that held those guys together, in my opinion, because he's very good. So hopefully he comes back here in the next week or two. I got him stashed in a couple spots, so I wouldn't be mad about that. So also, one other thing, be sure to be following Twitter, whether it's me, Rich, any of the guys, Coach Sheps for sure. It seems like he really, 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 you're right, Joe, he does. It's probably because he went to Michigan. Even though I'm a Michigan fan. Peoples-Jones does stink. But Sheps, he must want to really give away a jersey. Every week we're trying to give away, whether it's CeeDee Lamb 2 weeks ago, Keenan Allen last week. He's got that Chenault jersey we're still trying to get rid of on Patreon. So join the Patreon, get signed up to try to win this Chenault jersey. It's $3. You're not going to buy one for that cheap. We'll even ship it to you. You don't even got to pay for shipping. And like I said, Coach trying to give away a bunch of other jerseys. I don't know. Monday Night Football is I should know this. Oh, that's the Ravens. Ravens game.
Yeah, Ravens and the Colts.
Ravens Colts. So maybe you get a Michael Pittman jersey or something, or a Hollywood Brown. I don't know. I'm just making this up. Coach probably won't listen, but if he does, maybe he'll take my advice. I'd take a Rondale Moore jersey, Coach, if you want to get why do I keep saying Rondale Moore? Rashad Bateman.
There you go.
I don't know. It's been a long day. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm rambling on here. Have a good night. Thanks for listening. Check us out, toiletstyles.com. Find us on Twitter at toiletstyles. Have a good night. Make it a profitable one, everybody.
Yes, sir.